क्या कर रही है? Guys, good afternoon. My name is Chef Gaurav. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon. However, it doesn't matter since last month and a half we have been spending a lot of lazy afternoons. We will make a very quick and easy recipe of dahi kebab. There are multiple iterations of dahi kebab, but keeping the lockdown scenarios into consideration, we will kind of execute this recipe with whatever ingredients we have at home. Thank you, Amul, for giving us the platform to showcase our skills and our experience and to share our recipes with a lot of viewers and followers. So, come on, quickly, we will see what all ingredients we will need. Let's start with something very basic. We have some Amul Masti Dahi over here. I've just opened up a packet and kept it in a bowl. Besan, very much available in every home. Haldi, turmeric powder, salt, and these are the four main ingredients, and a little bit of hing. After this, at a later stage, we need some freshly chopped onion, some pomegranate seed. If you don't have or have whatever, I mean, it's an optional. I would prefer this because it gives a light sweetness to the khatta dahi kebab. Chilies, obviously, to give a little bit of heat. Freshly chopped coriander. And also will make a nice summery nice mango salsa or a mango chutney to go along with it with some nice ripe Alfonso mangoes. Herbs, what we'll use with the mango salsa, I have some wild sorrel growing in my garden. I can use this. It has a slight tartiness to it. We can also use some fresh mint in case if we want. And I would use a little bit of chili flakes, some jeera, some lime, and some honey. So, without wasting a lot of time into talks, let's start with the process. The process is very simple. We take yogurt. I've taken around 1.5 cup of yogurt. Whatever consistency the yogurt is, it's fine. We can manage with it. Keeping or considering the fact this is a dahi kebab which won't be deep fried. A lot of places you will get dahi kebab which is kind of crumbed with suji and deep fried. It has a lot of hassle to it. You need to hung the curd, you need to drain the way out. So we kind of run out of space in our home kitchens. Our fridges or refrigerators are not very spacious enough to hang that amount of yogurt. So it's a very different and quick recipe for it. So that's the yogurt. We'll take around for 1.5 cup of yogurt I have taken around half cup of besan. So what we'll do is we'll take the besan, add to the yogurt, and also now we'll add a little bit of haldi to it. Salt, of course, to taste. We'll keep the salt less initially because this has to reduce and this has to cook. So at a later stage, if we feel the seasoning is less, we can add a little bit of salt, and we'll add a little bit of hing to it. So basically, if a lot of people can relate to it, I'm making a mixture of a curry over here. So it's the base of the dahi kebab. We'll take a whisk. We'll make sure we kind of whisk it well. Make sure the yogurt and the besan is lump free. This is a very important stage. We need to make sure that the besan is not lumpy. The yogurt is free out of lump because you don't want any lumpy besan to be in the kebab, which is not very desirable in a nice soft gooey dahi kebab. Okay, you see this, it's kind of nice and smooth mix now. We'll give it a little more of this. Yeah. Come on close. Yeah, what we have done is now we have slightly heated a pan. We'll start cooking the mix to a consistency where it is thick and pliable. It becomes like a dough after a while, which can be then transformed into any shape you wish. You need a lot of patience. You cannot go too quick with this. If you try to go and cook it on a very high flame quickly, the besan won't cook. It will have or retain a bit of raw taste to it, which is not very desirable in a kebab. So you want it to be nice, smooth, creamy, nice doughy consistency and pliable. See, at a stage you see fine bubbles coming out. That's the stage. The reason I'm using whisk is again to avoid any lumps being there. So not a very difficult thing. You can use a wooden spatula as well if required, but I'm very comfortable with using a whisk in here. So
Chef, Leena want to go a little back and ask you about a little more about the dish. Could you just repeat once again the process?
So for viewers who have just joined in, what I've done till now, I've taken around 1.5 cups of yogurt at any consistency. We have taken Amul Masti Dahi. We have taken a little bit of besan, which is like a half cup of besan, and turmeric and salt, and that's it. On a very low flame, and a little bit of hing as well. And on a very low flame, we have started cooking the mix now. So you see now it's kind of binding now together. It will come to a consistency where the entire things come, the entire mix will come together and kind of become very nice and doughy, which you can roll out. We have added nothing apart from these 5 ingredients. So dahi, besan, haldi, namak, and hing.
Yes, Neetu, it is besan only. We have Chef has just repeated, and he will again directly send you a DM of the entire recipe.
See, because there's adequate amount of besan to the dahi, but make sure it's not too much of besan, because then you lose the taste or the flavor of yogurt, and all you get is a besan ka mixture. That's what you don't want. So 1.5 cup of dahi and close to half a cup of besan. So 1/3 of besan is pretty much fine. The process is very much similar to something like a khandvi. Whereas in a khandvi, probably you will use a yogurt which is of a thinner consistency. Over here, we would prefer the dahi to be a little bit of a thicker consistency. So in a way, a normal consistency of a yogurt is absolutely fine. As you see, we have used a prepared Amul dahi over here. You can also use your homemade dahi, which is absolutely fine. It will take around 8 to 10 minutes for you to cook the yogurt mix. For viewers who have just joined in, we are making a simple home style dahi kebab, which is devoid of any lot of oil or a lot of fat. It's not deep fried. It would be seared in a tawa or on a pan. And as of now, we have just started with dahi, besan, haldi, hing, and namak, and we are cooking the mixture of yogurt. And yeah, that's it. See, if you see now, the mix has started coming together. I'm not cooking it on a very high flame. It's on a very low flame. A preferred utensil would be a slightly open mouth, flatter pan which is shallow, and or else you can even use a kadai, which is absolutely fine. So this is the process which is a little bit of time consuming and need a little bit of patience, or else I mean, this is something the base of the entire dish. You need to give a little bit of time. Hi, Chef Vikas. I hope you're doing well. I would. I know that's you have been missing me a lot, and those comments often come out of you when I was and when we used to be working together in a kitchen. So really happy to have you on this live video. So it's just bubbling out, it's simmering, and that's the consistency you will get. We need to cook it a little more further. Just to be very precise, you need to gauge the consistency right. You cannot make it too dry, because once it cools down, it will further tighten up, or it will further develop a bit of binding to itself. So see the mixture now, it's all come together. It's become like a nice thick consistency. It's almost left the side of the pan, which indicates that the dahi is cooked and the besan is cooked. We need to cook it a little more to get the consistency right, on a very slow flame, obviously.
Chef, Nisha is asking, add oil in the batter or not?
Not now. We'll add a little bit of fat to the batter towards the end to make sure it's not very dry. And I would not prefer oil. I would prefer a little bit of ghee while we add that sort of fat in the mixture, which I'll definitely take you once we reach there. So out of like 1.5 cup of almost 1.5 cup of dahi, which is like almost 500 grams of yogurt that I've used, you get a mixture which is like of 200 to 250 grams only. So it kind of reduces to half. So that's the quantity kind of mark which you need to consider while making it. So if you're making like want to make like 8 to 10 tikkis of the 30 to 40 grams, might as well use a whole kg of yogurt for the recipe.
Shilpi will be providing you the recap. The entire video will be posted very soon. You can see the recipe from the start. Yogesh, we are cooking dahi ke kebab by Chef Gaurav. Hi Amit, chef will be making a nice dip made up of some mangoes, which would be a nice combination with this dahi ke kebab. Hi Gaurav, yes, you need to cook the besan and dahi on a low flame, as chef has told.
So that's something we have come closer to the final stage. So it's become like a dough. It's become like a lump. So it's kind of easy to go after this now. Probably a little bit more, like 2 minutes more.
Chef Sarmishta has a question. Generally, in dahi ke kebab, we use paneer in Delhi.
So, Sharmishta, I mean, it's dahi ke kebab. It's precisely not a paneer kebab. A lot of restaurants or a lot of recipes use paneer just because when you use or when you make a dahi kebab, it's very difficult to make that dahi into a tikki or to deep fry to handle it. Hence, to make the process a bit more easy to execute, we kind of I mean, a lot of people kind of tend to use paneer, but it's not something which I would suggest. Obviously, if you're using if you're making a different version of dahi kebab, which is like a yogurt which is completely hung and you just mix up some spices to it, you kind of coat it with semolina or any crumb and deep fried. That's the time you need a little bit more of precision to make those kebab, and hence a lot of people use this paneer as a binder to the yogurt. Since we are not making that version of a dahi kebab and we have used already a besan into a dahi, and we really want the dahi taste to be intact in dahi kebab. That's the reason we'll not use any paneer to the kebab. Yeah, so it's like done. You see now it's like a whole one mass which just come together. I'll take it on a plate. So that's the consistency. I would like to cool the mixture very quickly. Quickly because we are going live on a video, or else you can keep it for a while to cool it up. Just spread it across, cool it. At this stage, it's must for you to check the seasoning. If the salt is okay or not. What I'll do is I'll check the seasoning right now. Yeah, I feel the seasoning is good. You have that tartiness of the yogurt, but still it's not too tangy. And the yogurt is cooked, the basin is cooked. Okay, we'll use a little bit of Amul ghee. I would always prefer cooking my kebabs, especially vegetarian kebabs, using ghee as a fat and definitely not oil. So Amul ghee, nothing better than this. We'll start the next process. Okay, now the mixture is almost cool because we had spread it flat. We'll add the basic seasoning to it. We'll add a little bit of roasted jeera powder. We kind of bhuno the jeera, roast it and then crush it. Some fresh raw onions and प्याज सभी को अच्छा लगता है हमारे कबाब के साथ, so definitely some raw onions. Some green chilies as you wish. The heat tolerance capacity could vary from person to person, so chilies can go, the quantity of chilies can be different. Anardana, this is my choice. I like a little bit of sweetness into the whole scheme of dahi kebab. Some fresh coriander. So I guess the most basic ingredient which you can get. And now someone had a question before that should we add some sort of fat or oil to the mixture. Yes, at this stage we will add a little bit of ghee into the mix just to make sure it remains nice and moist, and because of the heat in the basin still the ghee kind of tends to melt and kind of see it's all binding together. Yeah, so you have kind of mixed everything together. So this is what we are looking for. This is what we want. It's nice, vibrant, colorful, easy to go. Not very quick though, but yes, comparatively for a normal dahi kebab, it is kind of quick. So you kind of make a little bit of tikkis. We have added a little bit of ghee in it, so it has that amount of a little bit of greasiness, and obviously the yogurt has fat. Once you cook the yogurt a little bit, the fat tends to come out. Okay, someone is inquisitive about this. There's a silicon spatula just to mix and easily get everything together. It's a little bit fancy one. Yeah, so we have made some tikkis. We'll kind of fry them up or shallow fry them up. Okay, what next? We'll take a flat tawa. We'll put a little bit of ghee. We don't want the tawa to be very hot or sizzling hot. It should be decently hot enough to a medium heat. What I do is we'll take the tikkis and
Chef Vic, want to know that can we bake this?
no, I guess not. Baking would need certain kind of casing or coating to it. I don't know if probably you crumb them and then bake or air fry them, that might work. But I would prefer it this way. I mean, there are certain recipes made to taste best in a particular way, so might as well shallow fry them. And if even if you don't want to add this amount of ghee, what I've literally added like half a tablespoon of ghee. You can go further down on because we have already added like half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of ghee in it. So you really don't need even this amount of fat if you tend to follow that sort of health norms.
And Chef Rahul want to know, can we avoid haldi in the kebab?
Yeah, sure, you can avoid haldi in the kebab. It's just that the color comes out to be very pale and boring. So might as well use a little bit of haldi to make it look a little bit of vibrant. And also when everyone is preaching about certain ingredients like turmeric, haldi, cinnamon to have or to boost your immunity, might as well use haldi now. Big deal.
So can we make other flavors of dahi kebab?
Yeah, you can. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, if you say flavors, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of people who tend to make a mango chunda and mix it up in the dahi or do a cheese filling in it. Yeah, you can definitely work on those kind of recipes.
Can we avoid onions, Chef?
Yes, of course. You can avoid onions. If you want, you can add ginger. If you want, you can add some burnt garlic to enhance the taste. You can definitely add ginger. It might really give a different tangent or taste. I mean, ginger, turmeric, honey goes very well with yogurt. So that's now the yogurt tikki is hearing. We'll quickly just make a little bit of chutney to go along with it. We'll take some honey. I've taken some honey. I'll put some chopped ripe mangoes to it. Okay, so honey, mangoes, I'll kind of macerate them a little bit. Add a little bit of chili flakes for the heat. If you want to have some fresh green chilies, you can have some fresh green chilies again in this. A dash of lime juice. I think
Yes, Vic, this is a mango salsa.
yeah, it's kind of a mango salsa or a mango honey and chili ka dressing. I mean, I like a little bit of sweet component to the to whatever my food is. So it's very personal, but apparently I've
Chef, how we want to know, can we add some crushed peanuts to the mixture of kebab?
actually a very good idea. In fact, you can add some crushed peanuts. You can fry some cashew nut to enhance that crunch. Since I've used some whole pomegranate seed, That will give it a bit of texture in the whole kebab. Or else cashew nut or fried peanuts crushed together might give you a decent amount of crunch or texture in the kebab. Yeah, I'll add a little bit of dhania salsa. Yeah, so this kind of more or less done. Let it sit for a while. So certainly just a couple of ingredients: mangoes, chili flakes, honey, lime, coriander. Come a bit closer with the kebab now. You see nice golden crust to the tikkis. It's not like disintegrating or falling apart. So this is the crust and the color we want for the kebab. Yeah, so it's quite simple. Till the time the last phase of the recipe is coming to an end, we will just kind of recap the whole thing over here now. We started with some besan, turmeric, salt, hing. We kind of whisked them together to a smooth pasty consistency. We cooked them in a pan on a very low flame till the time you got a doughy and a pliable consistency. Once that was done, you cooled the mixture. Post that, you added a little bit of onion, fresh coriander, fresh chopped chili, anar. Yeah, that's it. You check the seasoning, some roasted cumin powder went in, and then you made your tikkis and you kind of shallow fried them. It's holding its shape, it's binded well. The seasoning is perfect. We made a small accompaniment with it, like a honey and mango chili salsa. We took some honey, we kind of mashed in a little bit of chopped ripe mangoes. Again, some chili flakes, lime, cilantro. I mean, that's all. Like, and all you need is the right balance of sweet, sour, tanginess, and that's it. It's done. We'll kind of plate it up quickly. So yeah, this is the color, desirable color which we look for. It's nice and golden brown from both the sides. We'll just take it off. I don't have banana leaf. I have pan ka patta growing at home, so I've used that. It's nice crusty on the outer side and nice and soft gooey from the center. So yeah, a little bit of the mango salsa and let me use some fresh mint sprigs. Yeah, that's it. That's a cool, quick dahi kebab, which is not deep fried, with the most basic, simple household ingredients. Guys, that's it. Any questions, any comments? You can just write it down to me, and I could DM you guys with whatever your doubts are. And have a great Sunday afternoon. Stay safe. Wish you all the best. And let's overcome the situation of coronavirus very soon. That's what we pray every day. Thank you so much.